We are all welcome to this broadcast. Today we are looking at how to monetize your hobby and passion. How do you make money from that thing that you love to do? No matter what your passion is, I tell you, there is someone out there waiting for it. No matter what your passion is, because any hobby or passion that actually provides value for other people and to other people can be monetized. Yes, you can make money from it. Yes, you can touch millions of people with it. Yes, you can provide real, solution for people. There are people who are waiting for you, even in that present job that you're doing. I don't know what your work is. Maybe you're being employed or you're into business and you're helping people. For me, for example, I'm into business and, I was doing my forever living business and enjoying myself. But during lockdown, I just realized that I should be able to touch people. I was even forced to, because sometimes some circumstances will force you to do what you didn't plan to do. Usually I will go out, look for people to talk to about my products, look for people to talk to about my business, look for people that have issues, problem, health and wellness issues. I had a lot of people I was helping, yes, but not even that much, because you go out, before you drive out from where I'm living to town, it's so far. I spend maybe like 3-4 hours on hold up. I come back, and then I only have maybe like 2 hours to spend with people, and then one is always in a hurry. So during lockdown, it was like a good opportunity because there was nowhere to go. So I had to sit in the house and I had to figure out what I will do to touch people. And that was like, that was when everything turned around for me, and it was fabulous, and I was able to reach many more people, more than times hundreds, let me put it that way, of the people I would usually meet when I'm on my own. So you can touch more lives. And you know what? The Bible will say that the whole world waited for the manifestations of the sons of men, sons of God. Men, I want to tell you that people are waiting for your manifestation. People are waiting for you. You don't know how many people waiting for you. I wish you know how many people that are waiting to learn from you, waiting to get that your product, waiting to get that your skill, waiting for you to impact them. Some people will just stay and they feel, I don't know much, nobody needs me, I'm learning. Even the little you have, I want to tell you that there are many people you can touch with it, because your hobbies that could potentially be monetized and turned into business are many. There are quite many, like your handwork, the handwork that you can do. Even people who are painting, woodwork, baking, web, internet things you can do, and training pets and the rest, your teaching skills, your writing skills, so many things that you know how to do. There are people who are waiting for it. But the problem is that many of us, we are afraid to take action. Even when we know that we have, a marketable skill, when we know we have skills that people are looking for, but because we are afraid of failure, we are afraid, that people, when we attempt to monetize it, and turn it into something that will make money, that people will feel, this one is just money person, or you too, you will feel you're no longer satisfied or having joy in just doing that thing in a relaxed manner, But the truth is that when you look at it differently, for example, when you look at it that there are people who are waiting for you, there are people who need you, then you will begin to understand what I'm saying. Let me tell you, for example, like I said, I like researching, I like trying out things, I like trying out, even with my children, we like trying out new recipes, to find out things. Yes, we do these things like as if we're doing it just for ourselves, So we'll try out things, we'll make it, we'll enjoy it, because I started training them like that when we were small. Anywhere we go to, like if we visit a hotel now and they serve us with things, when we go home, we try to try those things out. That's how we started. We started in those days before all these internet things came out. But now you just see my daughter, she has a full book of new things she wants to try. Even her hair, she has skills for growing hair, all those things that she's trying out. Many of us, we have some of these skills, but we are not reaching the world with it. People are looking for all those things that you know how to do. So you need to, even if you're not turning it into money, touch lives with it. You need to, you know, remove that fear, and then remove all those scary prepositions that may prevent you from turning your talents into money and also making it rich people. You need to remove it. And that's why, you know, with little preparation, with little planning, you can actually achieve this and get very, very positive results doing it. So we're going to be looking at 8 steps that can help you to turn those your passion, those your hobbies into money and be able to reach more people. The first thing you need to do is to create a plan. That's number 1. You need to create a plan. In order to begin monetizing your hobby or your passion, you have to get a game plan. You have to sit down and you have to pour out all those things on paper. You have to pour out your plan on paper. Now, let me give you an example of one of the things I was able to develop during the lockdown, and that was like my writing skills. I used to write a lot, children books, you know, every time I turned out children's book. And, you know, I had this passion and I had this, you know, hobby of, like I told us, cooking, trying out menus, and then, you know, trying out food things, you know, how you can do your combination of foods and the rest. So I had it in me, and I was just, you know, it was just for me. We were trying it out in the home, in the family, but I had to look for how to touch more lives with it. So as I thought of how do I get this to more people, I just did it into, you know, I made that into a tabular form, and then I was able, when people ask me, oh, this, ask me about my products, and I find that they need something maybe like for ulcer, I'll tell them, I know, you know what, that your diet can actually help your ulcer, not just about medicine, not just about supplements, but your change of lifestyle can help that ulcer. And the person will say, yeah, because, you know, me, I used to have ulcer issues. So I had to change my diet so that I'll be able to come off it. So I can remember the first person I handled was somebody that had an ulcer issue. And I now told her, I said, you know what, cabbage, carrot, there's a way you can combine cabbage and carrot in the night, and it will help you so that by the time you wake up, your system is, you know, detoxified and you're clean, you won't have all that. So she said, hey, help me now. So I just made it into a write-up and I just gave it to her. And she was so excited. Within 1 week, she told me she was okay, that, you know, that thing is working very well with the supplements that I gave her. I said, yes, it worked for me, so it will work for you. And, you know, I now asked myself, why can't I make this reach more people? And that was why I sat down, I planned it out, and now turned it into a book. And I tell you, I made it an e-copy book, and I've sold maybe like 50 copies of it. You know, and I was selling it 1,000 naira. That's 50,000 in my pocket within 1 year. Okay? Now that I wouldn't have had if I didn't think of reaching more people. So you need to, first of all, devise a game plan. This plan will obviously have to be improved as you go on. But it's very, very important that you have a strategy in place to start with. So what is that your passion? What is that your hobby? You know, you need to find out, write it down, what is it? And then write out the game plan on how you're going to get it to reach more people. That's the first stage. Then, because, you know, many wealthy people who many people who are wealthy now, their passions and now they are like their full time. So you need to fill up all your available time, like when you come back from work at night, weekends. Remember, I talked about planning. Time planning and time management is very, very important for anyone who must succeed in life. You must know how to plan your time. So what is that hobby? What is that passion? Write it down. That's number 1. Number 2, what are all the things you're supposed to do to be able to reach more people with that your hobby and your passion? You also write it down, and then you also need to bring out time. Tell yourself, this and this time I will put into this my passion. So you have to bring out your time, maybe early in the morning before you go to work, or when you come back from work, or weekends, or during break at work. Or maybe if you have a driver when you're driving to work, or maybe if you take transport when you're in your transport, you know, vehicle, you know, you just bring out time. You need to also create time and have a timetable for that your passion creation, passion implementation, passion expansion, passion, you know, everything around that your passion. You have to do it. Whatever your talent or your passion or your desire or your hobby is, there are many more people. There are thousands of people who need it. And so, because there are many more people who need it, you need to have this desire to reach more people with it. That's one. You need to be determined to be able to turn it into money as you're helping people. And then number one stage, like I said, is create a plan for it. I've talked about it. The second thing you need to do is to get your first sale. Okay? Like, let me take, for example, my book on ulcer, my book on diabetes. You know, because when the ulcer one worked, somebody asked me a question again on diabetes and weight loss. In fact, weight gain and diabetes. The person had diabetes and needed to gain weight. So I had to go do my research. I had to ask people. I had to call some medical doctors. I had to research, you know, and then I now put it together and I gave her free. That first one I did for her was free. I then now ask myself, how do I get this to reach more people? All these are all the skills that I teach people who are with me, who are in my team. So I now have to develop, how do I reach more people with it so that I can do my first sale. So, you know, your number one goal after you have developed your hobby into a product that can reach people, whether it's ebook, whether it's a physical product, whether it's a course, whether it's a service, no, whatever it is, by the time you have spent time, planned out, and you have developed that your product, the next thing now you need to look at is how to get your number one sales. So you need to look for your number one goal is in the beginning stage is to get your first sale, whether that means selling it 500 naira, you know, or selling 5,000 naira, no matter what the value of that your product is that you need to sell. Your first sale, your first very first sale is the hardest and is the most important sale that you will ever make. Because you know why? When you were able to push it out and one person buys that thing, you have this kind of joy. You have this kind of motivation. You have this kind of, oh wow, so people will actually look for it. So it will not make you to go ahead and do more. So there are plenty of strategies of actually getting your first sale, but it all depends on what your product is and what you're selling. If you're selling something like service, like now, if it's to go and help people do some things, like maybe if it's to help people do some write-up, to help people do some cleaning, to help people, you know, a service generally, you know, it might be better for you to do a free trial for people first of all. You know, like I told you, when I did my first write-up on ulcer, I gave it free of charge. When I did the one of diabetes, I gave it to the person free of charge. Do you understand? So because I gave it free, and the person now called me and asked some questions and was like, hey, this one and that one, I was like, oh wow, so that means this thing is actually good. I allowed them to use it for some time, and when they used it for some time, I found out that they now began to like it. They now started liking it and they were asking me questions on it. You know, I was very happy concerning it. And then what did I do? I now looked for how to tweak it a bit and then to push it out for sale. I now advertised it. Do you understand? I now said, okay, I have this book that has to do with ulcer. It can help you, because I already have somebody it has helped, and of course it helped me. And then somebody now said, oh, I'll like it. Another person, I'll like it, you know. So immediately I did that, my number one sale. I was very happy, and it gave me it motivated me, it gave me confidence, it gave me more, you know, I became more, you know, sure that some people will actually want it. So if you're selling like a service or an ebook, you know, it might be good for you to do one free and test it out with people, or a few of them free and test it out with people. And then if it's a product that is physical, a product that is tangible that you can hold, you might decide to do some percentage discount on them so that you can get the first sale. Like I always tell my downlines, I tell them, I said, it's not every time that you sell for profits. It's not every time. When I do my sales, there are some sales that I do that are crazy. People won't know that they are crazy. I'm not making any money from it. When I come out here and I tell you 20% discount, 30% discount, There was even a time I did 40% discount. I even lost. When I did 40% discount, I carried out of my money capital and I gave it out. I don't know if you understand. But that month, I just said it's my birthday. I want to give out to people instead of going to spend money to say I'm making rice or I'm making drinks or I'm sending things to people. Let me use my products to do my birthday. So if like I look at a product and then how much am I making? 20%. I just say 40% discount on it so that I'll be able to dish out. And that week, a lot of people bought. I know the good thing. I sowed a seed because I gave them out practically less. They were less than cost price, you know. I gave them out. And what happened? The people who started using it, a lot of them are calling me now. And they are buying it at normal price. And that was what I was training my downlines 2 days ago. I said, you don't have to gain all the time. So when you have such, you know, products, you can do it at a loss. And then you will gain later. So you need to get your first sale. That's the stage 2. If it's like a product, like I said, if it's a good product, you can also place advertisements, you know, in so many places so that you can get sale. You can go to people's, your status on WhatsApp, your group. You can take permission from the admin and, you know, things like that. And again, of course, social media is especially very powerful if you're trying to reach the masses with minimal resources at hand. The social media is very, very important. I can remember a sister of mine that was doing pap, and I just came across her. She was just doing it on her personal page. She was just, you know, trying to gist about pap and make fun about it. Immediately I saw it, I called her. I said, wow, so you're doing pap? She said yes. I said, please don't joke with it, oh, you know, take it very, very serious. This social media, this Facebook where you're displaying this thing can be your breakthrough point. So I gave her some tips that she will use. I told her what to do every day, you know. I told her what to do. So she started doing them. I also encouraged her by buying the pap all the way from Abuja. I stay down south. So she made it and transported it. And, you know, being able to send it to me gave her confidence to send it all around Nigeria. Today, it's not only pap she's making. She makes pap, chin-chin, chips. There's something I saw her the other day on Facebook again. I think she started making drinks too. Zobo, Kunu, you know, with all those. She's now sending them all around. So social media is one very key place. Don't say, you know, initially when she was starting, she told me, pap will spoil. I said, no, don't talk like that. There are ways you can transport things in Nigeria now. So just find out how you can do it. And try, even if it means freezing it and it becomes like ice block, so that by the time it's getting to wherever in 3 days, it's melted and is now okay. If it means putting it in cooler, just find a way. And I also gave her tips on maybe making it dry and things like that, even though people like wet pap. Anyway, so there are ideas that you can use. But like I said, your first sale is very important. Do all in your capacity to sell that thing once. Once you're able to sell it once, then the others will roll in. You use the idea and duplicate and multiply what you were doing to sell all the others. Then number 3, maximize your time. The third thing you need to do is to maximize your time. In the initial stage, you will have to get, you know, creative about how to use your time. Perhaps you need to wake up maybe an hour earlier than you normally wake up, and then you get some things done before your regular job, like I said before. Or you can also involve your children in your hobby so you can spend time with them while still accomplishing new things, you know. I remember that there was a time I did drinks business. I did some production business. I was doing juices, pineapple, watermelon, so several types of juices, zobo, kunu, you know. And then my children were involved. All my children from A to Z. If they are not corking the bottle, they are helping to wash the bottles, because we're getting bottles in large quantity. We'll wash and sterilize and keep them ready for use. You know, I involve them so that it can save me time. Even the people I employed to do it, you know, sometimes they came with their children. And you know what? My zobo went from south to north, where it originated. And people till today, I tell you, I stopped that business maybe like 7 years ago. People are still asking me. Some people, when they meet me, they say, "Ah, Mommy, you're not making that. Your Zobo is one in town. We don't see it anywhere. We are still missing it." People from the north, they are still asking. Everywhere, they are still asking. So you need to maximize your time. I had to stop it when, you know, I was just choked up with time. I can't cope again. And then my husband said, no to that. All right. So you need to involve your household to save time. And then I remember in those days, I used to work late into the night to get it done. So you need to adjust your time. That's number 3. Number 4, build an online presence. Like I had said before, the 4th thing you need to do is to build an online presence. In our business today, everybody needs an online presence to generate activities. No matter what it is you're doing, no matter what it is you're doing, you need online presence. Even if it's not that you will sell through online, it's only those, maybe if you have e-copy books, courses, that you can do your sale and complete and close your sales online. But if you have physical product, like now, if you want to sell your phone, you can still place your phone online, you can still place your pack online, you can still place your Zobo online and things like that, but you now close the sales physically by sending it to the people. So it means creating maybe a website, social media profiles like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and the rest. And you know, everything goes about branding yourself and being professional. And then again, you need to be consistent in the way you present yourself. You will have to give, you know, yourself more image in what you're doing and be real. You need to be authentic in what you're doing so that people can love you for whom you are. There's no need copying anybody. Let me tell you something about life. Whom you are, your original you, your unique you, is very, very peculiar. People are looking for you, whom you are, no matter what. Don't even try to be like anybody. Be yourself. That's the simple truth. In that your hobby, because God saw you like that and he created you and gave you that hobby. Be yourself. Present yourself as yourself. I'm not talking like anybody. If you wake me up anytime, anywhere, no matter the situation, the way I'm talking now is the way I'm talking. I'm not going to do for nail like those, because that's not me. So I have to just be myself. So you need to be yourself. Online presence is very, very important. Then the 5th thing is networking. A few people will stumble across you online. Yes, your online presence, if you do it very well, you're actually going to reach thousands and thousands of people. But also, you also need to do your business mouth to mouth. You need to be convinced about your business and be able to share it with anyone, the benefits with anyone, anywhere you see them. Let me tell us something. You know, people buy you first before they buy your product. That's the truth. People buy you first. They buy into you. They begin to love you. That's why they say your fans, your followers. People trust you first before they begin to trust your product. So you will need to learn a lot from people that you meet. You need to learn a lot to be able to impact people and impact lives. Don't stay and say, I don't know, I don't know. You don't know because you have not researched. You don't know because you have not asked. You don't know because you have not done your homework well. You need to actually know. Begin to do things that will help and work on themselves. Like passive income. Let me put it that way. Like passive income that either you're leveraging on people you're helping who will also help you, or you're making your product in a way that people can get it without calling on you. And that's why ebooks are very important, and that's why network marketing businesses are one of the best businesses on earth. Why do I call them one of the best businesses on earth? Especially if you join me in my forever living business. I call it the most beautiful business on earth. It's the most beautiful business on earth because it helps me with good life, with good health. It helps my whole family with good life and good health and better health, anti-aging, staying away from hospitals. And then as I'm looking young, as I'm looking healthier and better, people are asking me, what are you doing? And then me too, every opportunity I have, I'm telling people about it. So people are also joining me. So as those people are joining me, the company is also compensating me for showing and showcasing the products to others. So as long as people are buying the product whom I've introduced the business to, the company is paying me. What business is like that? I always ask people. You go to salon to make your hair. After making your hair, you will tell your neighbor will ask you, how did your hair is looking fine. Where did you make it? You will tell your neighbor. Your neighbor will go to that salon. Even the salon person might not even ask a stranger who brought you. They will just stay, make the hair, and the person will go. Abi, you wear a dress, and your tailor makes the dress, and people like it. And then people ask you, hey, where did you make your dress? You will tell them the tailor. They go to the tailor. The tailor will just call you and say, hey, Mama Nkechi, thank you. One of your friends came to make dress with me. Thank you for referring her to me. The only thing she will give you is that thank you. Abi, she's not going to give you more than thank you. But my company, once you refer anybody to the company and they buy products from the company gives you 15 to 30% of anything they are buying. Not that they are taking it out of that person's money, but because they did not advertise, because they did not go to look for anybody, they did not pay advertising agents, they did not pay digital people, they did not pay, they didn't just pay for anything. My company now says, wait a minute. So this woman used our tooth gel, used our soap, used our cream, used our hair shampoo, used our drinks, used our honey, used our tea. And as she's using it, she's telling other people about our honey, telling other people about our tea, telling other people about our drinks, telling other people about our supplements. And those people are coming to buy from the company. We should do something. That money we are using for advertising, or that money we could have used for advertising, let us give it to her. That's what my business is all about. The most beautiful business on earth. The business that when you start doing it, passive income is your own. Now I have up to, let me say, 50 to 100 people who use the products from the company. Wow. So because those people are buying directly from, some of them I don't even know when they go to buy. Like I was talking with a friend, one of my friends yesterday, and she said, I was there, they did not have berry nectar. How do I get berry nectar? And I said, okay, let me find out when they have. They have in Abuja, in Lagos. Do I send to you from Lagos? She was in Abuja. She now said, if you can send to me from Lagos, so because I need it, I need it. I didn't even know she was there. I only go to my back office and I see people buying things. And I know how much the company will pay me for that month. Most beautiful business on earth. And as I'm using this opportunity to tell you how you can turn your hobby into monetizing your hobby, this is an opportunity to tell you about this business. It's one of the best business you can ever do, because it doesn't take anything from you, per se, in quotes. Yes, you work hard though, but it's working hard that pays. Use the products. As you benefit from the products, tell your neighbors about it. Tell your friends about it. People will even see you glowing, see you looking well, and then you now talk to them about it. And that's it. And the company pays you when they buy directly from the company. So it's not just, like I tell people, my business is not just all about network marketing. So people say, no, I don't want network marketing. Well, let's keep that aside for another day. The day I'm going to elaborate and actually teach you on what network marketing is, you will love it with all your heart. But let's keep it aside. My business has like 4 legs. You can either do network marketing if you want. If you don't want to, keep it aside. You can do buying and selling. You can go and buy. You can go and sell. If you don't want that one, you keep it aside. You can do recommendation. Recommendation means just refer people. Tell people what this can do. The people will go there and buy. And then the company, that one doesn't take anything from you. The company just pays you for referral. We call it referral. And then the other one, you can be a distributor. You can decide, okay, I'll buy in bulk, give to people to go and sell, So it's a business, comprehensive business that can help you. Anyway, so number 5 is networking with people. You need people in that your hobby if you want to go global. So you can either get people through social media, get people through your immediate contact. Like, for example, the 6th one I want to talk about is collection of business cards and follow-up. Show interest by collecting business cards from people you meet. Then you follow them up. In the things, don't say, this person will not need what I'm doing. Like my cousin that was selling pap, you know, or maybe you're selling drinks, don't say, this person will not need it. I'll teach you what happens. Every human being is directly involved, directly related to your business or your product, or indirectly related to your business or your product. Now, for example, collect cards from people, send email to them, call them, make them your friends, contact them, follow up on them, you know, set up future appointments if you find out that that person is inclined towards your business, and then learn to leverage with your contacts that you make. Have your list of contacts, names, addresses of people, write down how you met them, what they are all about. Now, if somebody cannot help you directly, ask the person, do you know someone who might need that your service? Let's say, for example, that you're into cleaning, or you're into finding house help for people, or you're into writing, you know, or you're even into printing, maybe, or into designing, you know. So if somebody says, no, I don't do design, no, you cannot ask the question, do you know somebody who needs designing? So that's why every contact is important to you. So get people's contacts, get their phone numbers and chat, and make them your friends. And also have your own business cards, so that when you meet people, no matter what it is, even if it's pap you're selling, put it there, happy pap, international pap with a difference. You know, pap that heals. Whatever your pap is, put it there in a card, in a form that you were able to talk to people. If you're sitting with somebody, say, do you take pap? The person says, no, I don't take pap. You say, pap is very good, though. So that brings you to another thing. Go and research and find out what pap can do for people. Research and find out all the ways we can cook pap. So you know all that. So when you're sitting with somebody, you now say, do you know that you can use pap as moi moi, you can use pap as agidi, you can use pap as ogi, you can use pap as swallow, you can use, you know, you can even say, you can even do pap water. If you don't like drinking water, you can make it sour and use it as pap water. So you know all that. So when you sit with people, you just talk to them about how they can do all that, and how they can, you know, whatever your product, I'm just using pap as an example, whatever your product is and what you're doing, you make it like that. So step 7, relax. Tell yourself, relax. It's not good to do things with so much tension. Like if you're meeting new people, meet them to have fun with them. Be positive that there are possibilities in meeting them. Stay calm, enjoy getting to know the people, you know. Just don't be in a hurry to sell, you know. Just get to know the people, get to relate with them. Then you now introduce yourself. And as you're introducing yourself, introduce yourself in a relaxed manner. Understand the person before you start introducing yourself, you know. Also find out about that person. Don't just be the talker. Find out, relate with people. You need to relax, and then switch off from all those commercial instincts. You have all those infomercial instincts with you. So meet people, love people, enjoy fellowshipping with people, enjoy learning and knowing about people. I called one of my clients this morning because she just dropped a note and, you know, and put in a kind of what she was feeling. So I called her, I relaxed, I stayed with her, I gisted with her for long. You know, feel for people. That's another thing. People who are patronizing you, people who are patronizing your business, who are patronizing your services, you know, love them, follow them up. Don't just let it not just be that it's just for them to buy that your pap, or just for you to render that service and you throw them away. No, you have to have relationship. That's the good thing that actually works. So you need to look to connect, not just to sell to people. Connect with people, have relationship with people, have, you know, a cordial relationship, a loving relationship, a relationship to help people, you know, to really succeed, and also not just about that your product. So the final stage is treating that your hobby that you have now turned into monetizing it, treating it like a job. That is the last piece of advice that we have to tell you. Treat your hobby like a job. Make sure your product has quality. Those are the 8 stages that you can use to monetize your business, to monetize your passion, monetize your hobby into making money from it. But if you need a business to do, don't fail to DM me or WhatsApp me on the number. The business I'm doing and I will take you through to do actually does not require much capital for you to start with. Very little or no capital for you to start with. All we need from you is your passion, we need your skill, and we need your determination, and also your learnable spirit, so that you'll be able to be taught on what to do. Thank you for joining me again today. See you on Saturday when we look at our fitness and our physical exercise, and see you on Monday. Thank you for joining me. I love you all. God bless you.